Hey guys, you might not be able to see me, but I could see you. This video is about love, real quick, cause I just finished my work at studio. I felt like walking and I felt like talking. So, love. What do I want? What do I want to talk about? I want to say, try love. I want to say, if you're an artist, if you're trying to create, I know there's a stigma that pain creates beauty, and that beauty is pain. But I would like you to consider to try creating from a place of love. Not only because I feel like it would be more beneficial to modern society, but also because it really does something for the creator, yourself. See, for a long time, probably until the age of 24 for myself, I'm 25 now, I created from a very dark place. And because the artists I aspired to be were Basquiat, was people like Basquiat, people like the lead singer of Nirvana, why can't I, Kurt Cobain. They're not bad people, but they created from a place of pain. And I would be lying to you if I said that doesn't work, because it really does work. Oh, I remembered a couple other names like XXX, Mac Miller, Lil Peep, Young Lean. All of their most beautiful projects, in my opinion, came from a moment in their timeline where things weren't really adding up, things weren't really going their way. And while that's necessary to gain inspiration or to have an urge to create, my fault came from when I began to search for pain, because I've dealt with some shit in my life. Everyone does. But to me, I didn't feel like it was enough pain. And I thought to be great, you need a lot of pain. I remember going to art school, not feeling inspired, and just locking myself in a dark room, putting on my earbuds, and just listening to a man scream for 20 minutes, just so I could envision some sort of darkness that I could then put in paper, put on canvas, or make into a structure. And while I did get good grades, I felt really, really, really empty. I felt so lost. Shit. And it didn't just stop there. When I had relationships with friends, with lovers, that dark energy seeped into my relationships. And I think I became a pretty toxic person. I think I became really toxic because I was searching for any kind of conflict. Because I knew from that conflict, I would have inspiration, I would have motivation to put these emotions into a physical thing that otherwise I didn't have the motivation to. And that was a really dark trajectory. I believe being happy wasn't the answer. Because when you're happy, you don't necessarily want to change anything. You're complacent. You're okay with how things are. Why do you need to create when you feel understood? Why do you want to write when all your answers seem to be solved? Pain is addicting. Sadness is addicting. It's necessary, but at some point, for me, that was 24, you understand that that shouldn't be the answer. There are going to be those people, those angels that heaven sent on earth, like Lil Peep or X, whose sole purpose was just to describe this emotion, because through this interaction, they saved a lot of people. But that can't be you, and that can't be me, because we don't need any more of us dying, if I'm being honest. And I don't want to see any more of my favorite artists, musicians, and just contributors of society passing on at an early age. My dream was to talk to X. I was like, one day I'm gonna have a conversation with him and I'm gonna tell him I love him. I couldn't do that. My dream is also to talk to Kanye, because a part of me feels understood by him. But I'm not even sure that's a possibility anymore. Not because he passed, but he's in a different place than he's in a different state of being, a state of mind than I think I'm at. And we'll see if that changes in the future. But try love, folks. Try love. Create from a place of warmth. Create from a place of wanting to help others. And that could be painful, but there's different kinds of pain. There's a pain of hurting someone because you're an asshole. And there's a pain of just understanding the hardships that everyone is going through and wanting to be someone or something that tries to change that. Yeah, for sure. For me, I like flowers. I fell in love with a beautiful lady, and although we aren't together anymore, she's always gonna hold a big piece of my heart. And through her, through our journeys and interactions of traveling the world, of witnessing life, I wanted a symbol to represent that emotion, to represent that time of my life for eternity. And at this time, while traveling to Berlin, to France, Hungary, looking at all these great artists, I noticed, wow, all these cool people, Van Gogh, Picasso, Matisse, Hockney, that I look up to, they all have their own flower. And I said, shit, what a beautiful flower. I want a flower. So I started making flowers. I have a whole sketchbook, and I hope to share that with you one day, of just flowers that I've collected, data that I've collected while traveling, walking through this earth. And that is actually what I use to create these days. When I collaborate with other artists and they're like, how can you make my piece different? I tell them, you do you, I'll add my flowers. And I make flower apparel, flower graphic design. I even wrote a flower children's book that's not really a children's book that I'm trying to get published right now. And although I don't feel like this flower is my magnum opus, it really opened the doors, the gateway into this new type of creation where it truly comes from a place of love. And I love seeing the people who do enjoy watching me work or seeing my work, looking at it and saying, it feels lovely. It feels cute. It's helped me. It's helped me. 2025. I only have one major specific goal, and it's to help people. Regardless if that's through my art, which is honestly partly a selfish endeavor, but just being someone that's there for my friends, for people on the street, for my family, for adults, anyone who just needs a helping hand. I want to be that hand. And I encourage you guys to do the same, because the fulfillment you get from creating from a place of love will reach the hearts of many. And we need that right now. We really need that. Not because people aren't loving, but because we just need more love. And the longer you go in this journey, you play this game called the game of life, you will understand truly, clichely, that love is the answer, folks. It truly is. There's nothing like it. And it comes in many forms. It comes in relationships. It comes in admiration, consideration, sacrifice, pain. It's all about love. And I hope you all do feel loved by somebody and you love somebody. And if not, just know that I love you from the bottom of my heart. And I'll pray for you every night, or as many times as I can when I remember. Sometimes I forget. I'm only human. But my name is Hunji. I'm gonna be the artist who beats postmodernism, because postmodernism is stupid and it's over. And I hope to meet all of you, or many of you, along this journey. Hunji Ryan out.